can be this way it can be available just as the practice. So we can bring awareness to the breath and to the body, listening in, settling in, feeling the sense of supportedness, and that brings awareness to the connection with earth, sense of stability that the earth brings. We can extend awareness to the energetic field of earth, of aliveness, nature's intelligence that's also expressed in the body's intelligence, reconnecting to that field of life, aliveness. And with that sense of connectedness, settling, safe and connected, we can bring attention to what we refer to as the root chakra associated with earth. And this practice, we won't use the element mantras, just Om, a quicker practice for now. And allowing the vibration of Om to be experienced at the root. To locate it, you can contract at the perineum. You can locate this by contracting the muscles that you would contract to prevent or stop the flow of urine. The same muscles that are contracted can just help you get a sense of location, of the earth chakra. And settle into that openness, that heart quality of presence as you allow for Om to vibrate. If you like, you can once let it resonate vocally, audibly, and then silently also. Om. Keeping your body open, soft, fluid, while rooted, connected, and bringing attention up to what we could call the sacral center. So we're really actually bringing attention up the back, because the chakras have their point of origination within the Sushumna Nadi, which is within the spinal cord. In terms of physical location, it's right there in the core of the nervous system. So we take the attention up more at the back than the organs or the front of the body. We're at the back, within the spine, within the Sushumna Nadi, the point of origination of the chakras. So at the sacral center, associated with the genitals, but at the back, the region of the... And notice if your attention goes to the tailbone, tip of the coccyx, or if it's a little higher, which is often, it's a little higher, that's referred to as the sacral, and just let your attention reside, rest, where it naturally goes. Explore just settling, not worrying really about where exactly it's supposed to be, and just settling. Exploring, settling, allowing your curiosity and your openness to guide you to settle in, and bringing that quality of joyful, open-hearted awareness. So you're not busy trying to make anything happen. You're actually quite enjoying this exploration and this sense of contentment you can bring to each of these sacred temples, if you like, altars of worship. think of it as a place where you're celebrating. You're not trying to activate some mechanism. You're just really worshipfully resting your attention in the subtle body and accessing that Ananda quality, that blissful quality of the subtle body at its core, at its subtlest point of origination. So at the second chakra associated with water, again, Om audibly, then in silence. Om. And let your breath be enjoyed, open and soft and fluid in the body. And bringing attention softly to the Manipura, the third chakra associated with fire. And you can think of this as being at the back of the body, at the level of the belly button, the navel. Chakra is also referred to as Nabi chakra, meaning the navel chakra. Navel being the belly button. So at that level of the inner space of the subtle spinal tube, if you like, the Sushumna Nadi, at that space, with joy, with sense of graceful awareness, allowing Om to vibrate audibly and then silently. Om. Keeping the body open, available for a movement, for awareness of any need to move and stretch. And so there's ways for energy to be integrated if there's energy that needs to move, if there's release that needs to happen. There are ways for that to arise. Coming into the space of the heart. Again, at the back of the body within the spinal channel, at the heart level of the heart. Perhaps here especially you can sense the heart qualities, joyfulness and confidence and courage, trust, gratitude. But this same quality of presence is what we're bringing wherever we land our attention, softly, softly like a butterfly lands on a flower, with that beauty, with that grace, not pushing for a result, just with that soft grace. And allowing here the Om to resonate audibly, then silently. Om. And you may also be more and more aware of the central channel, the Sushumna, as we do this practice. So we're moving from one center of energy, of consciousness, of manifestation, one chakra to the next, but there can also be this awareness ever present in the background in a way of the central channel itself, this bridge from the infinite into manifestation. Bringing awareness into the throat, the back of the neck. You can think of it as being at the bottom of the neck, at the back, again, within this central channel. Loud and then silent. And it can be light as well as sound. So when I say we're being more and more aware of the central channel, we can think of it as bright, radiant, gloriously luminous, creative potential, pure Shakti, divine potentiality. So at the level of the throat, audibly, then in silence, inside. And where the spinal column becomes the brain, you could say, because there's a kind of a continuity. We're working with the cerebrospinal system and with the subtle body that, you could say, the subtle body from which the cerebrospinal system, our physiology of awareness, is arising from. So at the place where there's this, what seems to be a kind of meeting point or transition, although it's one system, at the base of the head, where the neck and the spinal column kind of becomes the brain formation, we can experience here the inner point associated with the third eye. But again, it's one of those places where you might, perhaps due to previous practice, find yourself moving further into the center of the brain. So allow your attention to be guided, just restfully taken, like the butterfly, just finding its place to rest its presence. The body open and loose, energy able to move, recalibrate. Om, audible, and then just within, multidimensional, you could say, instead of just audible. Om. And we can bring our attention softly, joyfully up to the crown. And it can be, again, wherever you are guided, it could be slightly within the head, as if reaching up to the surface, but from within. Or you may find your attention going up to the surface of the head, the crown. Let your subtle intuition just guide where your attention rests. And here we can allow Om to be in its multidimensional rather than just audible aspect. And as a kind of recognition that it is already that place associated with liberation, a place associated with unconditioned awareness, even more than before. Here it is just pure celebration, no pushing, just honoring that multidimensional silence of Om. And we're going to take the journey down the front of the body to the places associated with the chakras, referred to also as the kshetram, or the opening, or the place at which, if you were to touch the front part of the body, you would be connecting with the energy, the manifest energy of that energy. And there is a nervous plexus and an activity and a physiological outcome. There is an emanation from the points we've worked up with outwards into the body, a radiance into the body, and then a physiological effect in the body of each of these places. So when we come down the front, it's as if we're bridging from the causal into the manifest, working with the pure manifestation, you could call it, the unconditioned manifestation, the most innocent outpouring of this energy as the body, as the purest expression of incarnation of divine energy. So coming to first again, so we begin with the crown. Again, resonating at this multidimensional level of Om. And then coming to the point that's associated with the third eye. So it can be, your attention may be drawn to between the eyebrows, perhaps slightly above. Let your attention rest where it's guided, joyful, playful even, light and potent. Om. And coming down to the base of the throat. Om. And you might experience this also as a connection with the point of origination of the chakra, and a whole, like a branching coming out, or a electrical lightning like aliveness that permeates the body from the Sushumna nadis, points of origination of the chakras, to these points at the front, and coming down to the heart. And you can experience that energy is both playful, potent and playful. Joyful and blissful. And coming to the level of the navel, the belly button. Oh. And to the sacral. Now, coming down the front, where at the level of the genitals or slightly above the genitals, pubic bone. Again, letting your attention come to where it is guided to rest. Oh. And then down again to the perineum and the pelvic floor that we can identify with that contraction to help come to the place of the root. And you can explore the contraction both at the level of the genital area and also the anal sphincter, feeling the whole pelvic floor in your awareness and settling your attention where it is guided to go. Oh. And we can rest in the awareness of the core channel of consciousness, of divine manifestation, playful energy of divine awareness coming into play as individuality, expressing through the Sushumna Nadi into physical manifestation. So this bright, nourishing lightning rod, if you like, lightning bridge between the unmanifest and the manifest, and its radiance into the body. You can see the body is lit up from within, filled with divine power, Shakti, playful energy, joyful, graceful, filling and overflowing in this radiance. And this radiance also cleanses, let's say, the imprints, memories, patterns. Bringing back into that purest radiance from source. And we can rest in the threshold between blissful presence and that which is even beyond any conceptual reference, that which we might tend to just even use the word void, absolute, Brahman, to express. In joy, in bliss, in light, and embodied presence. We can allow this quality of presence to be here whether the eyes are open or closed. This quality of aliveness, of openness and joy and rootedness, to be available whether we are in movement or in stillness, in company or alone. And relating to the question that's been present, how do we integrate or sustain grace? We can open to the possibility of grace being showered upon us, for it to manifest from within, for us to be bathing, swimming in grace, and to be supported by, we could call it divine guidance, by our guides, our angels, whatever whatever is meaningful to you, but to open to that support, to be in gratitude for the support we have, and enter into resonance with this multidimensional potential for embodying heaven on earth. Allowing this potentiality to be experienced, enjoyed.